Thank you so much for tuning in with us this evening. And this is May 15th of 2020. And I'm Pastor Jeff Hill, Vision Baptist Church. And I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes just about the reopening of Vision Baptist Church. And as we consider some of the details of how we're going to do that, and I just want to inform people how we're going to approach this as we move forward. I do want to let you know that our reopening date is May 17th. We're going to open up this coming Sunday at 10 o'clock. And things are going to be very different. But as we look forward to this, I hope that you'll bear with us and help us just to be responsible and be willing to help us through this time as we go through these very interesting times in our life. As we look forward to this, I just want to let you know that your health and your well-being are our priority as we move forward in this, and as we've made this decision. We were considering when to open, and we thought long and hard on that, and we just wanted to make sure that we were doing what was right. And doing what was responsible. And as the governor has released us and allowed us to be able to open, we want to make sure that we follow what the Lord would want in that. As we move forward, we do want to let you know that we wanted to make sure that we have all the supplies available, because there's a lot of stipulations as we open, and we want to make sure that we have all the supplies to be able to disinfect and be able to make sure that everyone is healthy and safe as they're on the premises here at the church. We do ask that if you are high risk, whether you're of older age or if you have a medical condition or have been exposed or showing symptoms of the coronavirus, please do not attend any of the services. I just request you to do that and ask you to do that just for the well-being of others that are in the congregation as they come. And so if you are high risk, or if you do have a medical condition that would make you high risk, or anything of that sort, please just consider that. We do recommend that if you are here, that we recommend that you use a face covering while you're in the building. And so that is a request. It's recommended. And so if you can do that, that would be wonderful. We're also going to limit our services only to the Sunday morning 10 o'clock service and the Wednesday evening 7 o'clock service. And so there will be no Sunday school, no Sunday evening service. And so hope that you'll consider that and just keep that in mind. And we're going to be striving to limit the service length to about an hour. And so we're going to be trying to make sure that we don't go over that hour mark, just to be able to help people come in and get out in a timely fashion and have the least amount of exposure as they're here. But it's important for us to consider, though, that God's desire, God's plan is for the church to gather. And even so much the more as we see the day approaching. And as we look at the events in our life and in our world today, we need to be meeting together. We need to be not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as manner of some is. But then as it goes on to say, and so much the more as we see the day approaching, that time is nearing. And we need to be together. We need to be encouraging each other in the Lord and just staying strong to continue on with what the Lord has laid before us. But then also, when you're coming to church, we'll have posted what is expected of everyone as they attend the service. So as you enter the building, there'll be some signage just to let you know what we expect of you there. And so I'd appreciate you just being willing to heed those things, just so that we're above board and we keep everyone safe and healthy. We will be also practicing social distancing while at the church. Please don't initiate a handshake or a hug or anything of that sort. And understand that if you do on accident and someone declines it, understand that they're not doing it to be mean or ugly. They're just doing it to make sure that they stay safe and healthy. Also, the bathrooms are going to be open only for emergency use only. And so just as you come and consider that, it's not that you can't use them, but it's not just something that you can just run to all the time. And so just keep that in mind, especially for little children and things like that. Escort them to the bathroom and then bring them back out just so that they can be in there. And there's only going to be one person at a time going into the bathroom. But then also, as the bathroom is used, every time it's used, someone is going to go in after they're done and disinfect the bathroom every time someone uses the bathroom. So that is one of the reasons for this emergency use only there with the bathroom. But then also, we do ask that you minimize touching of objects in the building as much as possible. Whatever it might be, just we ask you that you don't touch things as much as you can, and just to keep things from being contaminated, whatever may come into the building. There will be congregational singing, but to be able to keep down on that touching of objects, we're going to have no hymnals. We're going to have the words up on the screen and be able to sing from there. It's not my preference. Of course, the music won't be there before us, and and that helps in just being able to sing also. But we're going to do that just to be able to keep people safe and healthy through that, having less touch here with these hymnals. Also, there'll be no nursery or children's ministries through this first phase as we begin. And so as we open, just expect that for the next little while. No nursery and no children's ministries. Everybody will be in the sanctuary by them with their families together. There'll be no passing of an offering plate, but there will be specified place to be able to put your tithes and offerings. And so be looking for that. But then if you're not able to come, we'll be continuing to post the services on YouTube, and all of those services will be broadcasted just the same as they have been. It may be slightly after the service time, or it may be live streamed at the time of the service. We're going to see how things work, and so you can just expect those things to pop up either during the service time or directly after the service time. But they will be there for the use of those that are not able to come, and as those that are high risk and things, we don't want you to feel that you need to be here, have to be here. And I know that you'll probably would like to be here, but just as you consider your own family and just keeping everyone healthy and safe, we understand that there may be some that would choose to stay home in that. And so as a result, they will still be available and you'll still be able to be a part of the service as a result. There will also be we'll be disinfecting the facility after each service and before each service. So as each service begins, the building will be disinfected and be clean, and so hope that you'll just consider that and know that to be the case, and you can take and understand that that will be the case. Also, we ask that all children will stay with their families at all times while at the church. So that means even before the service, after the service, as they come in, you'll just stay right with your family at the same and at that time, and just keep your children very close. As once again, just a reminder, if they need to use the bathroom, please escort them to the bathroom if they're smaller children, and just limit that as much as possible. And then also, we're going to have everyone ushered into the sanctuary before and dismissed after the services by ushers. And so as you enter the building and come into the foyer, you'll be seated by an usher, and we're of course going to be practicing that social distancing in the sanctuary. And then at the end of the service, you'll also then be escorted or dismissed by row out by the ushers. And so just be mindful of that, and please be patient with us as we work through that, just making sure that we keep everyone safe and healthy. But as a result, if you can help us as an usher, please come in the appropriate attire. But if you'd come this Sunday at 9 o'clock, we're going to have a meeting there at 9 before the 10 o'clock morning service, just to inform you of the new procedures as we look forward to this new stage as we move into this first phase of our reopening. And so I hope you'll be praying for the Sunday morning service, be praying that God would work greatly, and I hope you'll be looking forward to the time to be able to have some fellowship together, and just be in much prayer that God would help us to be able to get through this, be able to get to the point when we get to that second phase, be able to get back to normal as quick as we can down the road. And so you'll be praying to that end and be looking forward to the Sunday morning service. Once again, if you can't come, we totally understand that, and do know that those services will still be posted on YouTube online and will be available for you also. And so I hope you have a wonderful evening and be looking forward to Sunday, be praying for Sunday, and I hope you have a wonderful night tonight. Thank you.